Japan, a place of, well, a place of many things. Cherry blossoms, neon lights, ancient temples, robots that serve you sushi. But there's another marvel, a human marvel that's happening right now. It's not just about living longer, which, by the way, they are doing in record numbers. No, it's about something deeper, something more vibrant. It's about the mind, the human mind. Japanese seniors, you see, they're not just adding years to their life, they are adding life, real, sharp, focused life to their years, into their 80s, their 90s, even past the century mark. It's astonishing. But how? How is this happening? Is it something in the water, something in the air? A secret passed down through generations, whispered from grandmother to grandchild? Is it a puzzle, a beautiful, intricate puzzle box that we can gently try to open? Because if we can understand just a little piece of it, just a fraction of this mental longevity, this cognitive sparkle, it could change everything. It's not just a question for them over there in Japan. It's a question for all of us, for you, for me. How do we keep the lights on upstairs, bright and brilliant, for as long as possible? So, in this little exploration, this cinematic journey we're about to embark on, we're going to pull back the curtain. We will peek into the daily habits, the traditions that feel both ancient and brand new. We'll look at the foods, these incredible brain-boosting morsels that they eat every day. We'll investigate the lifestyle secrets, the little rituals, the social connections that weave together to create this remarkable tapestry of mental acuity. It's a world where getting older isn't about fading away, but about becoming more focused, more alert, more full of life. It's a fascinating prospect, isn't it? So I invite you, I implore you, stick around, don't go anywhere. Because the lessons we might uncover here, the ideas we might stumble upon, well, they could be more than just interesting facts. They could be transformative. They might just change the way you think about getting older. They might change the way you age. It's a big promise, I know. But the human brain, my friends, is capable of big things. And learning how to nurture it, that's the biggest adventure of all. Let's begin. Respect. Now that's a word, isn't it? We throw it around. Respect your elders. Respect the law. But what does it really mean? In Japan, it's different. It's not just a word, it's an atmosphere. It's the air you breathe. Aging isn't seen as a decline, a slow dimming of the lights. It's an ascent. You're not feared for getting older. You're honored. You become a repository of wisdom, a living library of experiences. Imagine that. Every wrinkle, every gray hair isn't a sign of decay, but a chapter in a story that everyone wants to read. That's a powerful idea, and you see it everywhere. In the family, the elder, the otosan or okasan, the grandfather, the grandmother, they hold a special place. Not as a burden, but as a cornerstone. Their opinions matter. Their comfort is a priority. It's a deep, foundational reverence. But it extends beyond the home. Public life, too, is woven with this golden thread. There's even a national holiday, Respect for the Aged Day, a whole day dedicated to celebrating the contributions of senior citizens. Can you imagine the psychological impact of that? A whole nation pausing to say, "Thank you, we see you, you are valuable." This feeling, this pervasive sense of being valued, it does something to the human spirit. It gives you a reason to get up in the morning, a purpose. It tells you that your role in the world isn't over just because you've retired from your job. Your role has simply shifted. It has evolved. You are now the guide, the mentor, the keeper of traditions. This sense of purpose is like a nutrient for the soul, and what's good for the soul, it turns out, is incredibly good for the brain. It's a defense against the fog of irrelevance that can creep in during later years. So, when we talk about emotional health, about mental sharpness, we can't just talk about puzzles and diet. We have to start here, with this feeling, this fundamental belief that you matter. It's the soil from which everything else grows. This cultural embrace strengthens emotional resilience. It wards off the loneliness that can be so damaging, and it keeps the mind engaged in the world. It's not just about being polite. It's a form of cognitive care, a societal strategy for keeping its elders not just alive, but truly, brilliantly alive. So what does this purpose look like in day-to-day life? It's not some grand, abstract concept. It's tangible. It's active. You'll see older men and women volunteering, guiding traffic near schools, teaching traditional crafts like calligraphy or flower arranging to younger generations. They are not passive recipients of care. They are active contributors to the fabric of their communities. They are passing on skills, sharing stories, and in doing so, they are constantly reinforcing their own sense of worth and identity. Their brains are firing, connecting, engaging with complex social tasks. Think about the mental workout involved in that. Teaching someone a skill requires you to retrieve memories, organize information, communicate clearly, and adapt to your students' needs. It's a multi-layered cognitive exercise disguised as a simple, pleasant activity. This isn't about just keeping busy. It's about meaningful engagement. It's the difference between doing a crossword puzzle alone in your room and sharing a lifetime of knowledge with an eager learner. One is a solitary task. The other is a profound human connection that lights up entire networks in the brain. This sense of value also combats one of the biggest threats to mental health in old age depression. When you feel needed, when you believe your presence makes a positive difference, it creates a powerful buffer against feelings of sadness and isolation. The joy of seeing a child master a brushstroke you taught them, the gratitude from a neighbor you've helped, these are potent antidepressants. They release feel-good neurochemicals like dopamine and oxytocin, which not only improve mood but also support overall brain function. It's a beautiful, self-reinforcing cycle. And so, this cultural framework of respect becomes a public health initiative in a way. It's a preventative measure against cognitive decline, administered not through pills or clinics, but through daily interactions, community roles, and a shared understanding of what it means to grow old. It suggests that the health of an individual's mind is inextricably linked to the health of their social world. By honoring its elders, Japanese society is, perhaps unintentionally, implementing one of the most effective brain preservation strategies imaginable. A strategy built not on medicine, but on meaning. Now let's zoom out a little. What does this do to the person on the receiving end? When you expect to be respected in your old age, you approach it differently. You don't dread it. You might even look forward to it. It changes the entire narrative of aging from a story of loss to a story of legacy. This psychological shift is enormous. It reduces the chronic stress and anxiety that can come from worrying about becoming invisible or irrelevant. And we know for a fact that chronic stress is toxic to the brain, particularly to the hippocampus, the area responsible for memory. So by removing that layer of stress, the culture is essentially protecting its seniors' brains. It creates a calmer, more stable emotional environment where the mind can flourish, rather than constantly being in a state of fight or flight. This mental peace allows for clearer thinking, better memory recall, and a greater capacity for joy and learning. It's a kind of preemptive mental defense system. The expectation of continued value becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy, encouraging behaviors and mindsets that lead to exactly that outcome. It's really quite brilliant when you stop to think about it. This also influences how seniors interact with the world. They are more likely to stay socially engaged, to participate in community events, to voice their opinions because they know their contributions are welcome. They don't retreat. They remain a vital part of the conversation. This continuous social stimulation is like a constant, gentle workout for the brain. Remembering names, following conversations, understanding social cues, all of these activities keep the neural pathways active and strong. It's the opposite of the isolation that we know can accelerate cognitive decline so tragically. Ultimately, the power of respect in Japan is a lesson in symbiosis. The young respect the old, providing them with purpose and value. The old, in turn, provide wisdom, stability, and a living connection to history, enriching the lives of the young. In this beautiful exchange, a remarkable side effect emerges: stronger, healthier, more resilient brains that continue to shine brightly for decades. It's a powerful reminder that how we treat each other, the very fabric of our social contracts, can have a profound and lasting impact on the physical structure of our minds. Retirement. In many parts of the world, it's seen as an end, the finish line. You hand in your badge, you collect your watch, and you stop. You stop learning, you stop striving, you stop growing. But in Japan, for many, retirement is not a full stop. It's a comma. It's the beginning of a new sentence, a new paragraph, a whole new chapter. The concept of lifelong learning, or shogai gakushu, isn't just a nice idea. It's a national pastime. The pursuit of knowledge doesn't end when your career does. In fact, that's when the real fun begins. Imagine this. You've spent 40 years as an accountant or a factory worker, and now at 65, you decide you want to learn French or pottery or the history of the Ottoman Empire. And there are places for you to do just that. Community centers, cultural clubs, and even, get this, senior universities or korisha daigaku. These aren't just casual craft circles. They are structured institutions dedicated to the continuing education of older adults. It's a testament to the belief that the brain's capacity to learn, to forge new connections, never truly expires. It just needs to be exercised. This passion for learning is about more than just staving off boredom. It's a direct assault on cognitive stagnation. Every time you learn something new, a new word, a new skill, a new historical fact, your brain performs a little miracle. It creates new neural pathways. It strengthens existing synapses. It's literally rewiring itself, becoming more complex, more resilient, more robust. It's the neurological equivalent of taking your brain to the gym. And Japanese seniors are enthusiastic, dedicated members of this mental fitness club. And so, the image of a Japanese senior is not necessarily one of someone sitting passively in a rocking chair. It's just as likely to be someone hunched over a textbook, carefully shaping a piece of clay on a potter's wheel, or practicing their English with a foreign visitor. This constant state of learning keeps the mind flexible, curious, and engaged with the world. It provides structure, goals, and a sense of accomplishment, all of which are vital for mental well-being at any age, but perhaps especially so when the traditional structures of work and family life begin to fall away. Let's talk about the brain for a second, this incredible 3-pound universe between our ears. For a long time we thought it was fixed, that after a certain age it was all downhill, but we now know that's not true. The brain has this amazing quality called neuroplasticity. It's the ability to reorganize itself, to change, to adapt, to learn throughout our entire lives. Learning a new language, for example, is one of the most intense workouts you can give your brain. It engages memory, abstract reasoning, and executive function. It builds cognitive reserve, which is like a buffer that can help delay the onset of dementia. Japanese seniors seem to understand this intuitively. Language classes are incredibly popular. But it's not just about languages. It's about anything that challenges the brain to step outside its comfort zone. Think about learning a new craft, like ikebana, the art of flower arranging. It's not just about plopping flowers in a vase. It's about balance, color theory, spatial reasoning, and a deep understanding of aesthetics and philosophy. It's a complex, multi-sensory puzzle that engages both the analytical and creative sides of the brain. Each new arrangement is a new problem to solve. Or consider something like a history class at one of these senior universities. It requires you to absorb new information, to connect cause and effect across timelines, to analyze different perspectives, and to form your own opinions. It forces the brain to build new mental models of the world. This process of active, effortful learning is what keeps the neural circuitry humming. It's use it or lose it on a microscopic synaptic level, and by constantly choosing to use it, older Japanese adults are actively preserving their cognitive function day by day. The variety is also key. It's not about doing the same Sudoku puzzle every morning. It's about diversifying the mental workout. One day it's a lecture on economics, the next it's a hands-on pottery class, and the day after it's practicing a new musical instrument. This variety ensures that different parts of the brain are being stimulated, creating a more holistic and resilient cognitive architecture. It's a beautiful, living demonstration of neuroplasticity in action, proving that an old brain can indeed learn new tricks, and that in doing so, it can stay remarkably, wonderfully young. There's another more subtle psychological benefit to all this learning. It's the joy of being a beginner. When you're an expert at something, your brain can run on autopilot. But when you're a novice, a student, everything is new. You have to pay attention. You have to be humble. You have to be willing to make mistakes and laugh at yourself. This mindset, this beginner's mind, as it's called in Zen Buddhism, is incredibly healthy. It keeps you open, curious, and adaptable. It prevents the mental rigidity that can sometimes set in with age. Think of the social aspect too. When you join a class, you're not just learning a skill, you're joining a community. You are suddenly surrounded by peers who share your curiosity. You have a common goal. This creates instant social bonds, fighting off isolation and creating a support network. You struggle together, you have breakthroughs together. You celebrate your progress together. This combination of cognitive challenge and social connection is a potent cocktail for brain health, stimulating the mind and nourishing the soul at the same time. It's learning as a team sport. This culture of lifelong learning also reframes the idea of failure. When you're learning to paint at 70, no one expects you to be Picasso. The goal isn't mastery. The goal is the process, the effort, the engagement. This removes the pressure and anxiety that can often stifle creativity and learning. It allows for pure, joyful exploration. This low-stakes environment encourages risk-taking and experimentation, which are fantastic for keeping the brain flexible and innovative. It's okay if your pot is lopsided. The important thing is that you shaped it with your own hands and your own focused mind. And so, this commitment to being a perpetual student does more than just build neural connections. It cultivates a youthful spirit. It fosters humility, builds community, and fills later life with a sense of purpose and discovery. It's a powerful statement that growth has no age limit. By embracing the role of the learner, Japanese seniors are not just keeping their minds sharp, they are keeping their hearts open and their lives rich with new experiences. It's a lesson that you are never too old to see the world with fresh eyes, and that in doing so, you keep the mind's eye wide open as well. Food. Ah, yes, food. The universal language, the great connector, the stuff we put in our mouths. But what if, and stay with me here, what if the very things we eat are not just for, surviving, but for thriving? For building a better brain, one delicious bite at a time. It's a tantalizing idea, isn't it? A culinary quest for cognitive clarity. In Japan, this isn't some far-out futuristic concept, it's just lunch. It's a daily ritual, a symphony of flavors that just so happens to be tuning up the old noggin. It's a diet that's less about restriction and more about, revelation. Now let's dive in, shall we? Fork first into this fascinating smorgasbord of cerebral sustenance. The Japanese diet, you see, it's not a fad. It's not a 30-day challenge you find on the internet. It's a legacy, a culinary tapestry woven over centuries. And at its heart is something that swims, something that glimmers, something that makes my taste buds do a little happy dance. Fish, yes, fish. But not just any fish. We're talking about the superstars of the sea, packed with these little miracle workers called omega-3 fatty acids. Think of them as tiny, dedicated maintenance crews for your brain cells. These omega-3s, they're like the architects and interior designers of your neural pathways. They help build cell membranes, reduce that pesky inflammation that can cloud our thinking, and generally keep the whole operation running smoother than a freshly zambonied ice rink. It's a beautiful, elegant system. You eat a piece of succulent salmon or mackerel, and you're not just satisfying your hunger. You're sending a direct deposit of high-quality building materials straight to your brain's construction site. It's proactive, it's delicious, and it's happening every single day on tables all across Japan. So, while we might think of food as fuel, the Japanese approach seems to be a little more nuanced. It's not just gasoline for the engine, it's premium, high-octane, brain-enhancing rocket fuel. It's a conscious choice, a delicious tradition that supports the hardware upstairs. The connection between the plate and the mind is not just a theory. It's a lived, breathed, and very, very happily eaten reality. And the results? Well, they speak for themselves in minds that stay as clear and vibrant as a perfectly prepared piece of sashimi. It's simply fantastic. Let's talk about beverages, the morning ritual, the afternoon pick-me-up. For many of us, it's a cup of coffee, a dark, roasted jolt to the system. But in Japan, there's another tradition, a gentler one, a greener one. I'm talking about green tea. Oh, the humble tea leaf. So simple, so unassuming, yet inside, it's a bustling metropolis of molecular magic. It's packed with something called antioxidants, which sound like a team of microscopic superheroes, and frankly, that's not too far off. They fight off the bad guys, the free radicals that try to rough up our brain cells. Imagine your brain is a pristine, beautiful city. Over time, pollution, we'll call it oxidative stress, starts to build up, making things rusty and slow. The antioxidants in green tea, they're the city's elite cleaning crew, sweeping through the streets, polishing the buildings, and keeping everything sparkling and efficient. It's more than just a warm, soothing drink. It's a daily deep clean for your mind. A little sip of serenity that doubles as a cellular spa day. It's a testament to the idea that sometimes the most powerful things come in the quietest, most graceful packages. But wait, there's more. The plot, as they say, thickens, or in this case it ferments. Yes, fermentation, a process that might sound a little, shall we say, funky. But it's a cornerstone of Japanese cuisine and a powerhouse for brain health. We're talking about things like miso, the savory paste that makes soup sing, and natto, the famously sticky and pungent fermented soybeans. It's an acquired taste, perhaps, but the benefits? Oh, they are not. These foods are teeming with probiotics, good bacteria that support a healthy gut. And here's the kicker, the big reveal. The gut is often called the second brain. There's a direct line of communication, a superhighway of information, between your stomach and your skull. A happy gut, full of good bacteria from foods like miso and natto, sends happy signals to your brain. It helps produce neurotransmitters, reduces inflammation, and keeps your mood balanced and your mind sharp. It's a beautiful symbiotic relationship. You feed your gut and your gut feeds your brain. It's a conversation, a delicious fermented dialogue happening inside you. Amazing. Now, let's venture from the land of fermentation to the vast, mysterious gardens of the sea. Seaweed. Yes, that green stuff you might see floating in your miso soup or wrapped around a piece of sushi. It's not just decoration, not at all. It's a nutritional treasure chest hauled up from the depths. Nori, kombu, wakame. They're not just exotic names. They are varieties of sea vegetables that are absolutely swimming in essential vitamins and minerals. Think of it as eating the essence of the ocean, a concentrated dose of pure, clean, brain-boosting goodness. It's a salad bar from Atlantis. Specifically, seaweed is a fantastic source of things like iodine, which is crucial for thyroid function, the gland that regulates your body's energy and metabolism, including your brain's. And it's loaded with B vitamins, especially folate. These vitamins are the unsung heroes of brain health. They help create DNA, repair cells, and are instrumental in producing the very chemicals that allow our brain cells to talk to each other. So every time a Japanese senior crunches on a sheet of nori, they're not just having a snack, they're sending a memo to their brain. Stay sharp, stay connected, keep firing on all cylinders. And we can't forget the humble, the versatile, the magnificent soybean in its other famous form, tofu. Ah, tofu, a block of pure potential, a culinary chameleon. It's a cornerstone of the Japanese diet, and for good reason. It's a fantastic source of plant-based protein, which provides the amino acid building blocks for our brain's neurotransmitters. But it's also rich in isoflavones, compounds that act like antioxidants and can help protect our brain cells from damage. It's gentle, it's nourishing, and it's incredibly adaptable. So you see, it all comes together in a beautiful, delicious mosaic. The omega-3s from the fish, the antioxidants from the tea, the probiotics from the fermented foods, and the vitamins from seaweed and tofu. It's not about one single superfood. It's about the synergy. It's about the entire orchestra playing in harmony, not just a solo performance. Each ingredient supports the others, creating a diet that doesn't just feed the body, but but actively constructs a resilient, vibrant, and youthful mind. It's a diet that's thoughtful, traditional, and, dare I say, a work of art. A game. What is a game, really? It's a challenge, a puzzle, a little world with its own rules and its own rewards. We often think of games as child's play, a diversion, a way to pass the time. But what if a game could be more? What if it could be a gymnasium for the mind? A place where you stretch your strategic muscles, practice your mental acrobatics, and build cognitive strength, one move at a time. In Japan, this isn't just a theory, it's a daily practice, a cultural touchstone found in community centers, living rooms, and quiet parks. Enter the world of Go. Oh, Go. It looks so simple, doesn't it? A grid, a handful of black and white stones, deceptively simple. Because beneath that minimalist surface lies a universe of strategic depth that makes chess look like tic-tac-toe. It's a game of intuition, of long-term planning, of seeing patterns where others see chaos. Each stone placed is a decision, a commitment, a ripple that will affect the entire board. It's a profound mental workout, demanding focus, foresight, and a deep understanding of cause and effect. It makes the brain work, really work. When you play a game like Go, you're not just moving stones. You're lighting up your brain like a pinball machine. The prefrontal cortex, the brain's CEO, is working overtime, weighing options and predicting outcomes. Your memory centers are firing, recalling past patterns and strategies. You're building new neural connections with every single game, forging stronger, faster pathways for thought. It's like taking your brain on a challenging hike, navigating complex terrain and discovering new vistas. You can almost feel the neurons buzzing, creating, connecting. And it's this very act of challenging the brain, of pushing it beyond its comfortable routines, that is so crucial. It's the principle of use it or lose it, writ large on a 19 by 19 grid. Japanese seniors who regularly engage in these strategic battles are actively fighting against cognitive decline. They are building a cognitive reserve, a buffer of brain power that can help them withstand the challenges of aging. It's not just a game, it's a declaration. A declaration that the mind is a muscle and it deserves a daily, delightful workout. Now, from the abstract battlefields of Go, let's turn to the elegant, orderly world of numbers, puzzles, specifically number puzzles. We all know them. Sudoku, for instance, a Japanese invention that has taken the world by storm. It's a beautiful little box of logic. No complex math required, just pure, unadulterated deductive reasoning. Where does the 7 go? If the 3 is here, then the 5 can't be there. It's a mental dance, a process of elimination and discovery that is both calming and intensely stimulating. It's a quiet, personal challenge. Each puzzle is a self-contained problem waiting to be solved. It requires pattern recognition, short-term memory, and a healthy dose of concentration. It's a low-stakes, high-reward activity. You start with a jumble of numbers and, through patient, logical steps, you bring order to the chaos. The satisfaction of placing that final number, of completing the grid perfectly. It's a little jolt of dopamine, a reward signal to the brain that says, "Job well done, you figured it out." It's a small victory, but these small victories add up. But the creativity doesn't stop with numbers. Let's talk about paper, a simple sheet of paper. What is it? A blank slate. But in the right hands, with the right knowledge, it can become anything. A crane, a frog, a flower. This is the art of origami, the ancient Japanese craft of paper folding. It's a magical transformation, and it's another powerful tool for keeping the mind sharp. It requires spatial reasoning, memory for sequences of folds, and incredible precision. You have to think in 3 dimensions, visualizing the final product as you manipulate the flat sheet. This is a different kind of brain exercise. It engages the parts of our brain responsible for visual and motor skills. Following the complex diagrams, making crisp, accurate folds, transforming the 2-dimensional into 3-dimensional, it's a full-body workout for your neurons. And like calligraphy, it's a meditative practice. The focus required quiets the mental chatter, bringing you into the present moment, into the simple, tactile reality of the paper in your hands. It's a beautiful fusion of art, geometry, and mindfulness, a folded piece of paper that holds within it a world of cognitive benefits. 15 minutes. What can you do in 15 minutes? You could scroll through your phone. You could watch a few commercials. It doesn't seem like a lot of time, does it? A fleeting moment in a 24-hour day. But what if I told you that this small slice of time, this quarter of an hour, could be a secret weapon in the fight for a younger mind? The science is compelling, you see. Just 15 minutes a day, dedicated to one of these brain games, a puzzle, a few moves in Go, folding a paper crane, can have a profound impact. It's about consistency, not intensity. It's the daily drip, drip, drip of mental stimulation that slowly but surely builds a stronger, more resilient brain. Think of it like brushing your teeth. You don't do it for 2 hours once a month. You do it for 2 minutes every single day. That consistent, gentle cleaning prevents decay. It's the same principle for your brain. A daily 15-minute brushing with a mental challenge can help sweep away the cobwebs and delay the onset of memory decline, not just by a little, but potentially by years. This idea democratizes brain health. It makes it accessible. You don't need expensive equipment or a fancy degree. You just need a pencil and a puzzle, or a piece of paper, or a simple game board. You just need the willingness to set aside a few moments each day to engage, to challenge, to play. It reframes the task from a monumental chore into a small, enjoyable daily ritual. It becomes something to look forward to, a quiet moment of focus and fun in the midst of a busy day. It's a small investment with an incredible return. And so, this love of games and creative pursuits in Japan is more than just a hobby. It's a deeply ingrained cultural habit that pays huge dividends in mental sharpness. It's a playful, creative, and powerful approach to lifelong learning and cognitive maintenance. It teaches us that keeping our minds young doesn't have to be a grim, clinical exercise. It can be a game, it can be art, it can be a source of daily joy and discovery, and all it takes is 15 minutes. Fantastic. The brain. We think of it as this command center, this pearl in an oyster shell sitting high above the fray of the rest of the body. We separate mind from body. But what if that's all wrong? What if the brain isn't an isolated monarch on a throne, but a bustling seaport, completely dependent on the ships and trade routes that connect it to the rest of the kingdom? And what is the most important cargo these ships carry? Oxygen, nutrients, life itself. And how does it get there? Through the bloodstream. This is where movement comes in. Physical activity. When you move your body, when you walk, when you stretch, when you garden, you are telling your heart to pump a little faster. And that increased pumping sends a fresh, rich, oxygenated supply of blood rushing up to the brain. It's like opening all the windows in a stuffy room and letting a fresh breeze blow through. This improved blood flow is absolutely essential. It delivers the fuel your brain cells need to function at their peak. Think of your vascular system as the brain's personal delivery and sanitation service. In Japan, this isn't a secret. It's understood, it's practiced, and it's woven into the fabric of daily life. Every step, every stretch, every gentle swing of the arms is a direct investment in your cognitive future. To take care of the brain, you must first take care of the vessel that carries it. Let's talk about walking. Walking. It's the first form of transportation we ever master. So fundamental, so simple, we barely even think about it. In Japan, the daily walk is not just a way to get from point A to point B, it's a ritual. You see them everywhere. In the early morning light or the cool of the evening, walking with purpose, with grace, with consistency. It's not a power walk, not a race, it's a stroll. This simple act of putting one foot in front of the other does incredible things. But it also stimulates the release of wonderful chemicals in the brain, like brain-derived neurotrophic factor, or BDNF. Think of it as miracle grow for your neurons. So a daily walk is literally helping your brain build and repair itself. It's construction and maintenance, all powered by your own 2 feet. And then there's Tai Chi. You see it in parks all across Asia. This slow, graceful dance that looks like poetry in motion. Each movement is slow, deliberate, and coordinated with the breath. It's a full-body exercise that improves balance, flexibility, and strength without putting any stress on the joints. but it's also a powerful mental exercise. This practice has been shown to improve executive function, the brain's ability to plan, focus, and multitask. It's a holistic practice that nurtures the body and the mind in perfect harmony. And what about getting your hands dirty? Literally. Gardening. In Japan, where space can be limited, you see incredible creativity. For many seniors, gardening is more than a hobby. It's a passion. There's digging, planting, weeding, watering. But the benefits go so much deeper than just the physical exertion. Gardening is a multisensory experience that engages the brain on most connected communities. Mindfulness. Now there's a word we hear a lot. It's a buzzword, isn't it? But in Japan, it's not a trend. It's not an app on your phone. It's a deep, ancient current that flows through the culture. It's the essence of Zen, the art of being present, of paying attention to this very moment, right here, right now. Not worrying about the past, not fretting about the future, but just. For many Japanese seniors, this isn't something they have to consciously practice. It's a way of life they've absorbed over decades. It's in the deliberate way they pour tea, the focus they give to arranging a single flower. This practice, this habit of presence, is like a spa day for the brain. Our minds are constantly buzzing, flitting from thought to thought like a frantic hummingbird. It's exhausting. This relentless mental chatter produces stress hormones like cortisol, which over time can be incredibly damaging to brain cells, especially in the hippocampus, the brain's memory center. But mindfulness, it's the antidote. It's like telling that hummingbird, hey buddy, it's okay, you can land on this branch for a minute, just breathe. This simple act of calming the mind lowers those stress hormones and gives the brain a chance to rest and repair. Think of the Zen garden. It's not just a bunch of rocks and sand, is it? No, it's a physical manifestation of a mental state. Raking the sand into perfect patterns requires immense focus. You can't be thinking about your grocery list or what's on TV tonight. You have to be right there, with the rake, with the sand. It's a moving meditation. Many seniors find their own versions of this. It could be calligraphy, where each stroke of the brush is a moment of pure concentration, or simply sitting quietly for a few minutes each morning, noticing the sensation of the breath moving in and out. These moments of cultivated silence and focus do something remarkable. They strengthen the prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for executive functions like concentration, decision-making, and emotional regulation. It's like lifting weights for your focus muscle. By regularly engaging in these quiet, mindful activities, Japanese seniors are actively training their brains to be less reactive, more focused, and more resilient to stress. They are building a mental sanctuary, a calm inner space they can retreat to, which ultimately protects and preserves the clarity of their minds for years to come. Nature. Ah yes, the great outdoors. But it's more than that, isn't it? It's not just scenery, it's a relationship. In Japan, this relationship is deep, it's respectful, it's sacred. The concept of, or forest bathing, says it all. You don't just hike through the forest, you bathe in its atmosphere. You soak it in through all your senses. You feel the cool air on your skin. You smell the damp earth and the pine needles. You hear the rustle of leaves. You see the intricate patterns of light filtering through the canopy. It's a full body, full mind immersion. And what does this do to our brain, this green immersion? The science is fascinating. It shows that spending time in nature, even just a short walk in a park, can lower blood pressure, reduce stress, and improve mood. It's like nature is hitting a reset button on our nervous system. For Japanese seniors, a daily walk in a local park or a nearby patch of green isn't just exercise, it's a form of mental hygiene. It's a way to wash away the stress of the day and reconnect with something elemental and calming. The brain, freed from the constant stimulation of an urban environment, can relax and recharge. This connection to nature is visible everywhere, from the grand, meticulously designed gardens of Kyoto to the small, perfect bonsai tree on a windowsill. There's an appreciation for the beauty of the natural world in all its forms. Many seniors take up gardening, not as a chore, but as a meditative practice. Tending to plants, watching them grow and change with the seasons, fosters a sense of patience and connects them to the cycles of life. This gentle, focused activity is both physically and mentally beneficial, improving dexterity, while also providing a profound sense of peace and accomplishment. So, this reverence for the natural world provides a constant, accessible source of calm and wonder. It pulls the mind away from anxieties and grounds it in the present moment. A walk in nature is a sensory feast that stimulates the brain in a gentle, restorative way. It improves focus and boosts what scientists call soft fascination, a state of relaxed attention that is incredibly restorative for the mind. By weaving these moments of natural connection into their daily lives, Japanese elders are tapping into one of the most powerful and most pleasant tools for maintaining brain clarity and emotional balance: slow living. It sounds luxurious, doesn't it? Almost radical in our fast-paced world. But in Japan you see these pockets of profound slowness, these rituals that refuse to be rushed. Think of the tea ceremony. It's not about quenching your thirst quickly. Oh no. It is a choreographed ballet of deliberate, graceful movements. Every gesture, from warming the bowl to whisking the matcha, is precise, unhurried, and full of meaning. It is the absolute embodiment of mindfulness in action, a spiritual ritual that forces the participant to slow down and pay exquisite attention to the present moment. This embrace of slowness is a powerful counter-narrative to the modern obsession with speed and productivity, which can be a major source of chronic stress. For Japanese seniors, engaging in these slow, traditional practices provides a structured way to step off the hamster wheel. It could be practicing the art of flower arranging, where finding the perfect balance and harmony between a few simple stems can take a great deal of time and quiet contemplation. It's about process, not product. It's about the journey, not just the destination. This focus is incredibly calming for the nervous system. This philosophy extends beyond formal rituals. It can be seen in the way many seniors approach daily tasks: mending a piece of clothing with care, preparing a meal from scratch with fresh ingredients, or taking a long, leisurely bath. There is a cultural appreciation for taking one's time and doing things well. This approach fosters a sense of calm and control, reducing the feeling of being overwhelmed. It allows the brain to operate in a more relaxed, focused state, rather than constantly jumping from one urgent task to another. This monotasking is the opposite of stressful multitasking, and is far better for brain health. Ultimately, this cultivation of calm through Zen traditions, nature walks, and the art of slow living has a profound cumulative effect. It's not about one single activity, but about a holistic lifestyle that prioritizes peace over panic and presence over preoccupation. By regularly lowering stress hormones, improving focus, and giving the brain time to rest and recover, Japanese seniors are actively protecting their cognitive resources. They are building a resilient, clear, and tranquil mind, not by fighting against aging, but by gracefully and mindfully embracing the rhythm of a well-lived life. It is a beautiful thing. Sleep. Sleep. That daily sojourn into the land of Nod, the great unconscious, the big snooze. We spend, what, a third of our lives doing it? And yet, do we really appreciate it? I mean, really appreciate it. It's like this nightly magic show our brains put on. But we're the only audience member, and we're, well, asleep for the whole performance. But in Japan, it seems they have a front row seat, a backstage pass even, to understanding its profound, its restorative power. They've cracked the code on this whole sleep thing. It's not just about closing your eyes, it's about opening your mind to the possibility of a full system reboot every single night. And what a reboot it is. Imagine your brain, right? This bustling metropolis of thoughts, memories, anxieties, a real-time square of electrical impulses. By the end of the day, it's cluttered. There's mental traffic, psychic litter, the leftover bits and pieces of 1,000 tiny decisions. Sleep, my friends, is the cleanup crew. The sanitation department of the soul, if you will. The Japanese elders, they seem to get this instinctively. They don't fight it. They lean into it. They embrace the darkness, this quiet, essential pilgrimage that prepares the mind for the dawning of a new day, a fresh canvas. It's not an ending, you see, it's a preparation. Think about it. While you're off visiting dreamland, your brain is hard at work. It's not on vacation, no. It's consolidating memories, filing them away like a meticulous librarian in the vast archives of your consciousness. It's saying, this one, the memory of that delicious mochi that goes here. And this, the feeling of the sun on your face, right over there. It's a process, a beautiful biological ballet of housekeeping. And the Japanese elders, with their disciplined approach, they ensure the theater is quiet, the stage is set, for this critical performance to unfold without interruption. It's a deep, deep respect for the brain's nightly ritual. So this isn't just about feeling rested. Oh, it's so much more than that. It's about detoxification, literally. Your brain has this amazing plumbing system, the glymphatic system, a real marvel of nature that flushes out toxins that build up during the day, and it works best when you are in deep, deep slumber. So when Japanese seniors prioritize their sleep, they're not just avoiding grogginess. They are actively, consciously protecting their precious neurons from the sludge of daily life. They're giving their brains a spa day every single night. And who doesn't love a good spa day? I mean, come on. Now let's talk about something truly fascinating. The nap, but not just any nap. We're talking about the Japanese concept of inemuri, which translates to, get this, sleeping while present. It's a power nap, but with a cultural twist that is just, well, it's dynamite. You might see a distinguished-looking gentleman in a suit on a train, head nodding, catching a few winks. Is he lazy? Oh, far from it. In Japan, this can be seen as a sign of diligence, a sign that you have worked yourself to the point of exhaustion. It's a testament to your hard work, a badge of honor, if you will. It's a complete reframing of the midday slump, isn't it? In some cultures, you might try to power through with coffee, another coffee, maybe a third cup of that dark, jittery nectar. You fight the drowsiness, you wrestle with it. But here, there's an acceptance, a recognition that the body and the brain sometimes need a momentary pause, a little pit stop on the Grand Prix of the day. This short strategic rest isn't seen as a weakness, but as a wise tactic for rejuvenation. It's like hitting a reset button, allowing the mind to clear the cache and come back online with renewed vigor and clarity. It's brilliant, and the science backs this up beautifully. Even a short nap, we're talking 20, maybe 30 minutes, can dramatically improve alertness, enhance performance, and boost your mood. It's like a mini vacation for your neurons. It helps with that memory consolidation we were talking about, solidifying what you've learned in the morning. So for these Japanese seniors, a little daytime nap isn't an indulgence. It's a tool, a finely honed instrument in their toolkit for maintaining a sharp, agile, and resilient mind well into their golden years. They are, in essence, sleep hackers. So this cultural acceptance of the nap, of inemuri, it creates a society that is less stressed about being constantly on. It allows for these natural ebbs and flows of human energy. It says, it's okay, take a moment, recharge. This profoundly reduces the stress associated with fatigue. Instead of fighting their own biology, they work with it, they harmonize with it. And that harmony, that lack of friction between societal expectation and biological need, well, that's a recipe for not just mental sharpness, but for a deeper, more peaceful existence. And who wouldn't want a piece of that? I know I would. So how do they do it? How do they achieve this nirvana of nightly restoration? It's not just about flipping a switch and hoping for the best. No, that's not the way. There's an art to it, a ritual, a gentle, deliberate winding down. It begins with turning off the screens, the phones, the tablets, the televisions, all those glowing rectangles that scream for our attention and pump our brains full of stimulating blue-tinted light. They understand that this light is like a shot of espresso for your pineal gland, telling it, hey, it's still daytime. No need to make that sleepy melatonin stuff yet. By dimming the lights and putting away the electronics an hour or so before bed, they send a clear, gentle signal to their brain. The day is done. The curtain is falling. It's time to prepare for the show. This simple act of digital disconnection allows the body's natural sleep-wake cycle, that beautiful circadian rhythm, to take the lead. It's a return to a more ancestral way of living, where the setting of the sun dictates the winding down of our consciousness. It's so simple, so elegant, and yet so profoundly effective. It's about creating a sanctuary, a haven for sleep. And then there's the environment itself. The Japanese bedroom is often a model of serene minimalism. The futon on the tatami mat, the lack of clutter. It's a space designed for one purpose: rest. It's not an office, it's not a movie theater, it's not a dining room. This physical separation of space helps to create a powerful psychological association. When you enter this room, your brain knows what's expected. It's like an actor stepping onto a familiar stage. The cues are all there. It's time to sleep. This mindful approach to their sleeping environment is a cornerstone of their sleep hygiene. And often, this winding down period involves other calming activities. Perhaps a warm bath, which can help relax the muscles and gently lower the body temperature, signaling sleep. Or sipping a caffeine-free herbal tea, like mugicha or barley tea. Maybe some light stretching or a few moments of quiet meditation. It's a whole symphony of sensory cues, all playing the same gentle lullaby for the brain. It's a deliberate, loving preparation that honors the importance of the journey they're about to take into the restorative depths of a good night's sleep. A beautiful, beautiful So there you have it, your brain. My brain. This, this beautiful, intricate, mysterious thing, this 3-pound universe of gelatinous tissue that holds our memories, our dreams, our capacity for love and for wonder. It's a marvel, isn't it? And like any beautiful thing, like a garden, like a work of art, like a friendship, it deserves our care. It deserves our attention. Not just once in a while, not just when things go wrong, but every single day. It's the most precious thing we'll ever own. And by following these habits, these gentle whispers of wisdom inspired by the elders of Japan, you're not just fighting off decline. Oh no, it's so much more than that. You are actively cultivating a richer life. You're keeping your mind sharp, yes, but you're also making your days brighter, your connections deeper, your future healthier and more vibrant. You're choosing to engage with the world with curiosity and with joy. And that, my friends, is a truly beautiful way to live at any age, a magnificent choice. So the question is, what now? What's your first step on this wonderful journey? Which of these habits called out to you? Was it the idea of a daily walk, the promise of a new creative hobby, the simple pleasure of a cup of green tea? There's no wrong answer. There's only your answer, your beginning. I'm genuinely curious, I really am. Tell us. Let us know in the comments below. Which habit will you start today? It's a fantastic question. And while you're down there sharing your plans, why not, subscribe? Join our community. We'll be exploring more of these fascinating ideas, more secrets to a long, healthy and happy life, with more videos on brain health and wellness every single week. Because learning, as we've discovered, is a lifelong adventure. And it's an adventure that's always, always better when we take it together. Until next time, be well and be curious. Always be curious.